In this lesson, we are going to study the volumes of pyramids and cones. This is a square pyramid because the shape of the base is a square, and a perpendicular line drawn from the vertex of the pyramid to the center of the base, that is called the height of the pyramid. The formula to find the volume of a pyramid is 1/3 times B times H. And what does B stand for? It stands for area of the base. Area of the base. And what is the shape of the base? It's a square. And what does H stand for? It stands for the height of the pyramid. Height of the pyramid. And the height of the pyramid is a perpendicular line drawn from the vertex to the center of the base. So the formula to find the volume of a pyramid is 1/3 multiplied with area of the base times height. Let us do this problem. Find the volume of a pyramid at the left to the nearest cubic meter. Now in this pyramid, what is the height of the pyramid? 11 meters. And what is the shape of the pyramid? It's a square. And we know that the area of the square is side times side, which is 5 times 5. And that's going to be 25 meter square. What is the formula to find the volume of a pyramid? It is 1/3 area of the base times height. So it's going to be 1/3 times B, which is 25, times height, which is 11. And if we do our calculations, this is going to be 91.7. So approximately 92 meter cube, because it's a volume, so the unit is going to be cubic unit. Find the volume of a square pyramid with the base edge length of 30 inch and the height of 64 inch to the nearest cubic inch. So in the pyramid, what is the height given? It is 64 inch. And what is the shape of the base? It's a square pyramid. And what is the side of the square? 30 inch. So what will be the area of the square? 30 times 30. And that's going to be equal to 900 inch square. What is the formula to find the volume of the pyramid? It is 1/3 area of the base times height. So which is going to be equal to 1/3 times area of the base, which is 900, times the height of the pyramid, which is 64. And that is going to be equal to 19,200 inch cube. That is going to be the volume of the square base pyramid. Let us find out what is the volume of a cone. In a cone, we know the shape of the cone is a circle, and the height of the cone is a perpendicular line drawn from the vertex of the cone to the center of the circle. This is the height of the cone, and this is called the radius of the cone. So the formula to find the volume of a cone is 1/3 BH, and B is the area of the base, and the shape of the base in a cone is a circle, and h is the height of the cone. Height of the cone. So the formula to find the volume of a cone, V is equal to 1 over 3 BH, and B is area of the base, and the shape of the base is a circle. So what is the formula to find the area of a circle? It is pi r squared, and r is the radius of the circle. Find the volume of a cone at the left to the nearest cubic meter. Now in this cone, what is the height of the cone? 10 meters. And what is the radius of the cone? 4 meters. What is the formula to find the area of a circle? Pi r squared. So which is going to be equal to pi times 4 squared. Let's do the calculations in the end. What is the formula to find the volume of a cone? It is 1 over 3 area of the base times the height of the cone. So that's going to be 1 over 3 times the area of the base, which is pi times 4 squared is 16, times the height of the cone, which is 10. Now we can plug in everything into the calculator and then get the answer. And that is going to be 167.5, approximately 168 meter cube. So that is the volume of this cone. An ice cream shop owner designs a new ice cream cone. He wants the volume to be about 240 centimeter cube. So the volume of the cone is given. The cone is 14 centimeter tall. What is its radius? We know the volume of the cone, which is 240 centimeter cube. And the height of the cone is 14 centimeters. We are supposed to find the radius of the cone. What is the formula to find the volume of a cone? It is 1 over 3 area of the base times the height. And what is the volume given in the question? 240 equals 1 over 3 times, what is the formula to find the area of the base of a cone? And in a cone, the base happens to be a circle. So the formula to find the area of a circle, pi r squared, times the height of the cone, which is 14. Let me rearrange this. 240 is equal to 14 multiplied with pi divided by 3. So can I write this as 14 pi r squared over 3? It is just rearranging. We need to find the value of r. We have learned already how to find or how to solve equations. So it is 14 pi r squared divided by 3. So how will you remove division of 3? It is by multiplying 3 on both sides. So we can multiply 3 on both sides. So if we multiply 3 on both sides of the equation, 3 cancels with 3 over here. So this is going to be 720 equals 14 pi r squared. Now we need to find r squared. How will we remove 14 pi, which is multiplied by r squared? Multiplication is removed by division. So 14 pi can be removed by dividing by 14 pi on both sides. And now our equation 14 pi cancels with 14 pi. So r squared will be equal to 720 divided by 14 pi. So r squared is going to be equal to 720 divided by 14 pi. But this is r squared. We need to find r. So we need to remove the square. So how do we remove the square? We take square roots on both sides. And that is going to be r is equal to square root of 720 divided by 14 pi. It is 4.04. Approximately the radius r is 4 centimeters. Find the volume of a cone at the right, round to the nearest cubic meter. So what is the height of the cone? 12 meters. And what is the radius of the cone? 3 meters. The height of the cone is 12 meters. And the radius of the cone is 3 meters. What is the shape of the base of the cone? It is a circle. And what is the formula to find the area of a circle? It's pi r squared, which is going to be pi times 3 squared, which is going to be equal to 3 squared is 9 pi. What is the formula to find the volume of a cone? It's 1 over 3 area of the base times height, which is equal to 1 over 3 times area of the base, which is 9 pi, times height of the cone, which is 12. And that is going to be equal to 113.0 meter cube. That is the volume of the cone. Find the radius of a cone with a volume of 360 centimeter cube and a height of 9 centimeter. So the volume of the cone is given and the height of the cone is given. We need to figure out the radius of the cone. The formula to find the volume of a cone, it is 1 over 3 area of the base times height. And we know the volume of the cone, which is 360, is equal to 1 over 3 times the area of the base in a cone, which is the area of the circle, pi r squared. We don't know r. We need to find out. And what is the height of the cone given? 9. 360 is equal to, just rearranging them, it is 9 pi r squared divided by 3. 9 pi r squared divided by 3. 9 divided by 3. Can I write it as 9 divided by 3 is 3. So 360 is equal to 3 pi r squared. Now this is 3 pi multiplied with r squared. We need to find r squared. How will we remove multiplication? By division. So we divide by 3 pi on both sides. 3 pi cancels with 3 pi over here. So r squared is equal to 360 divided by 3 pi. This is r squared. We need to find r. So we need to remove the square. How will we remove the square? We take square roots on both sides. So r is equal to square root of 360 divided by 3 pi. And that is going to be equal to 6.18. That is approximately 6.2 centimeters. So the radius of the cone is 6.2 centimeters.